I want everyone to really understand. A little boy at 22 weeks and 5 days gestation, which is the age that Rowan was, can survive. He was viable. Now he's on the edge of viability, but I have 2 cases where I know of infants surviving being born that early. One is a little daughter of a friend of mine. She was born at 23 weeks. Her name is Hope. And she had a hard go of it. She was born prematurely, naturally prematurely. Her mother was not trying to destroy her. But she was born and survived, and I have some great photographs of her in her incubator when she was first born. She looks very much like baby Rowan. And so she's a little girl who runs and plays and jumps and learns. She's a little person. So nobody is saying that they're not people when they're 22 weeks gestation. There have been children who've survived abortions. I want to tell you about another little girl. And right at Orlando Women's Center, one of James Pendergraft's abortion clinics, she was induced into labor just the same as Rowan's mother, Angele, was. And this is in 2001, in November. And her baby was about the same age as Rowan, 23 weeks gestation. Well, in the middle of the night when she was in active labor, the mother, whose name is Carol, became frightened because of the pain of the labor, and because the abortion clinic workers wouldn't give her pain medication because it slows the labor down. And so she became so frightened, and she alleges that she was abused emotionally and neglected medically, that she took it upon herself to leave the abortion clinic while she was laboring. She went home, she called 911, she was transferred to a local hospital. Her little girl was born alive at 23 weeks gestation, and since now, we just hit 2007, but this little girl now is 5 years old. So she survived the abortion as well. The process of labor and delivery abortion, which is called a prostaglandin abortion, means that you can have a live birth. They are actually much more common than people think. And if a child is able to be born outside of an abortion clinic, he or she has a much greater chance of survival. But if she's born inside an abortion clinic, the clinic workers are used to and even trained to allow the infant to die. Although I've heard that the clinic workers dismiss any allegations that Rowan was born alive, anyone who knows anything about fetal development, about infants, and about abortion through labor and delivery, or prostaglandin abortion, knows that Rowan was alive because he had no reason to be dead. He was simply delivered early. I have photographs of a little girl, little Hope Fowler, who was born at the same stage as baby Rowan, and because she was given heroic care at a local hospital here in Orlando, she survived. So these are photographs of a child who is being loved and cared for and treated in a medically necessary way by fine physicians, not abortionists, and it shows that babies can survive being born at the same stage as Rowan. So he was viable and he was born alive. There isn't any question about that. Carol, who is the mother of the little girl who survived an abortion attempt at Orlando Women's Center, the abortionist on call was Dr. Randall Whitney. And since Carol was able to have her baby, and her baby survived, her little girl does have a lot of physical problems from being induced too early. She was born extremely premature. 23 weeks is very early to be born. And so her daughter has a lot of physical problems. So Carol has brought a lawsuit here in the county, in Orange County, in the Orange County Courthouse,